Hopefully we won't be lagging too much.
What's something you rather do?
Well, it looks like everything's kind of in sync, and with lag on it, doesn't look like anyway. Between the camera and the computer, lag on it doesn't look like anyway. Between the camera and the computer. So that's good. I know most folks don't expect us to be on what is this, Thursday?
Thursday.
Yeah. It's pretty obvious we got one person on so far. Uh-oh, it's up to 2. There we go. All right. We've doubled to 4.
You got it kind of up high.
Huh?
You got it kind of up high.
What's that, the camera?
Mm-hmm.
I can adjust that. Did that help any? I can tilt it a little bit if I need to. Is that better? Does that make me prettier? That didn't help me, did it? Yeah, I bet. Right. Turn around there like that. There we go. That's better. Hello, Pro Cup Stacker. Good evening. We're just kind of kick back, taking it easy till we get a few folks on and get started here. Hello, Amy. Good evening, Jesse. Can't wait to hear what you have to say today. Well, I covered part of it in a video today that I uploaded, and there's other things though that I've posted videos on this past week that I want to cover a little bit more of and talk about, because there's just things that go on that it's just difficult to talk to people that don't have this mindset. The weather's wonderful. Well, I said wonderful. We have wonderful weather, Amy. It's not raining or snowing or anything. It's cold, but it's nice. We had a little bit of we didn't get any accumulation from it. We had a little, what we call a little spitting of snow this morning. Just, a little. It didn't even dust the ground. It didn't stick any, but it was real pretty as it was coming down. I videoed it real quick and stuck it on a short, what YouTube calls a video short. I put it on our channel too. There's just a lot of stuff going on in the country, and there's a lot of stuff that's just really undecisive right now as to what's really going to happen. And I have to be real careful anymore how I say things on here, because we put that one video up last week that we got a warning from YouTube and they took the video down, told us it broke their guidelines. So I'm a rebel. I'm a guideline breaker. I don't mean to be. I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was breaking any guidelines with that video where I wouldn't have. I mean, I don't do that intentionally, of course. A text message from a non-prepper coworker today warning me to stock up. She has no clue that I'm way ahead. Yeah, how about that? I think there's a lot of people starting to realize that there's some bad things going to happen. And I think a lot of people, just like one of our family members, they said, well, it doesn't look like Trump's going to be reelected, so we better start putting food back. Makes no difference who's elected, who isn't. The time to start putting food back was a long time ago. We're late starters, but we've got some, we've got some put back. Hello, Janet. Good to see you. Yeah, it's hard to carry on a good discussion with people that's not like-minded. That's just like the scripture, the Bible. It's hard for me to carry on a conversation about the Lord Jesus Christ with your standard or regular Sunday go to meeting church member. It's like light and dark when we start talking. I don't know. There's just something about it. And thank you, Gene. I appreciate that. But we love our followers. We appreciate each and every one of you. We most certainly do. We want our followers to be informed about what's going on and to be prepped. Man, I want you prepped out the ceiling. Yep, I want you prepped out the roof. Good evening, people. God bless and keep you too, Jefferson. And Robbie. Shelves getting thin in the Nashville area. I think more people are realizing something is wrong. Yes, I think you're right, Robbie. That's what we were just discussing. Hello, Texas. Janet, how are you? I think what's happened, and this was the clue that made me think this, and I just mentioned it just a minute ago, and I'll probably mention it a little bit later on in the video again in this live, but we have family members that said last week, I think it was, that, well, it looks like Trump's going to lose the election, so we better start getting us some food put back. I think a lot of people's thinking like that now, that they were really convinced that the lawsuits were going to go through and everything was going to work out for their man, and he was going to be reelected and everything was going to be good and everything was going to go back to normal and all this kind of stuff. And now they're beginning to think that he's not. So the fear has set in, and the worry about having food put back and being prepared for a cold winter that their opponent had mentioned is starting to become a reality to them. And I think that's maybe why you're seeing some of the shelves clearing off. Yeah. Jean said she's prepping every time she gets out, widowed, alone, and don't drive. Yep. Don't waste a trip to the store. But that's my motto. Do not waste a trip to the store. I don't care if I was you, buy a can of beans, bag of rice or something. Get something. Put something in that pantry when you come home. Yep. All right, guys. We've got 19 people on and 4 of them likes. Let's catch up. If you like our videos, give us a thumbs up there. We appreciate it. YouTube likes those interactions. Yeah. Jefferson Marshall Art says, I'm very grateful I grew up on a farm, learned how to grow my own food and hunting from the time. Yep. There's a lot of people going to be resorting to that. And one of the things we've been mentioning too is if you live in an area where you have farmers, people who raise cattle and beef and have chickens and hogs and things like that. You need to make friends with those people. If you don't know them, you need to. If they're neighbors close by, you need to stop by and just say hi to them. You need to become acquainted with them. They may be a real life source before this is over. Folks that grow their own, better prepared. Most of those folks grow gardens also. So they're going to be much better prepared for things than folks who don't. I see a lot of people buying Christmas gifts, not prepping. Yeah, Gene, I do too. I think that's extremely foolish right now. I really do. I think right now that Christmas gifts should be a thing that is the very least on anybody's mind. And hello, Diane. Diane's by the beach. Good afternoon from Southern California. How about that? All the way from California. Good to see you, Diane. Lady Casca. Hello, Lady Casca. I bought my children a Christmas present. You know, there's a lot of people that can afford that, and there's a lot of people that can't. Now, when I said that a Christmas present ought to be the last thing on people's minds, people that are struggling, you know, Jean said that she was widowed and that she didn't drive, has to have somebody to help her get to the store and back. Most people like that are on fixed incomes, and I wouldn't encourage them to buy Christmas presents at all. I think it's more important right now to put food in the pantry and to buy the necessities that you may have to have when this thing comes down, rather than buy Christmas presents. Kids are more enduring than people give them credit for. If they're raised correctly, they can understand these things, and if they're explained to them. But now there's people that can afford it. I understand that. There's people that can afford it. Jefferson, most of the gifts I am giving are either get-home bags or bug-out bags that I've constructed. There you go. Something useful. Yeah. And these shouldn't just be Christmas gifts, but we should be helping people year-round. That's one of the things I never did understand, is why we wait till a certain time of the year to give anybody anything that we thought they might need or could use. That's just my thoughts. Hello, Susan, all the way from Kansas. Manual flashlights at the dollar store. Hand crank. There you go. Hand crank flashlights, hand crank radios, anything like that. And you do need to keep batteries for them, though, because eventually the cranks will wear out. Anything that's made like that's mechanical, it will eventually give down. It'll give out eventually. So we've got people here from various places across the United States, and let's see. It was let's see who I was talking to right there. Let me back up here. Robbie Miller said that Nashville, Tennessee, starting to see the shelves clear out more in her store. So, how's it done in your neck of the woods when you've been grocery shopping? Are you seeing the same thing, or still plenty of groceries on the shelves, or are the shelves getting barer by the day, or how's it working where you're at? Learning how to make beer and honey mead. Things in Colorado are getting thin. Happy at home, having a hard time finding powdered eggs here in Florida. I found they don't freeze well. Any ideas on how to acquire and save eggs? Yes. I've got I've got a post on my Facebook page that I need to put on my website. And it tells how to, now it's not pickling eggs, it's preserving eggs in jars with, was it vinegar?
Lime, some kind
With
of
lime and vinegar or lime and water or something. I'll have to find it and put it on my website. But yes, there is a way to preserve fresh hen eggs. You don't use store-bought, but fresh hen eggs, you have to use that. People preserved them like this for years and years and years, and they last for several months, 8 and 9 months, I think, at a time, preserved in these jars in this liquid. And when you bring them out, you can break them and fry them or scramble them just like you would get them from the hen house. Up to about 8 or 9 months, they stay really good from everything I hear and everything I read on that. So I'll try to get that together for you, Happy at Home. Be sure and check our website or holler at me, send me an email. My email's in the link in the description box below this video. My email, send me an email and I'll get you that recipe, and I'll try to think to put it on my website also, so you guys can just print it off. So be sure and holler at me to get that, and I'll get it for you. Jennifer Lopez, barely any toilet paper at Costco, California. Yeah. Hello, Sheila. It's good to see you. I saw an ad yesterday or day before yesterday where Costco and Billy Bob Gateway was teamed up. I think you all know who I'm talking about when I say that. I try not to say specific names on here. I don't want to get in trouble. But that concerns me about Costco. So, that's just how it is. Eggs can be dehydrated, turned into a powder, vacuum sealed, put into Mylar bag with an oxygen absorber. Well, now I've heard that too. Yeah. And you're welcome, Happy at Home. Just be sure and drop me that email, and I'll get that for you. Well, I appreciate that, Happy. I try to be helpful. There's a ton of stuff I don't know, and I've gained a ton of knowledge just reading comments of the people who follow this channel, because we have a lot of people on this channel that are very knowledgeable when it comes to prepping and surviving, survivalists, that kind of stuff. Just a ton of knowledge, because many of the people that follow our channel here, that have subscribed to our channel, they were raised in that way of life. It's just second nature to them. Now, I was raised that way as a young boy, up until probably, I don't know, 15, 16-year-old or something. And then when the economy changed and everybody just started getting jobs, and us kids got big enough to take care of ourselves in school. My mother went and got a job, and my sister went and got a job when she got out of school, and my dad was working, and then there was 3 sources of income coming in the house, and we didn't have to tend gardens like we used to, and we didn't have to grow, raise hogs like we used to, and we just kind of drifted away from that stuff. We still did it some, but not a whole lot. My mom didn't have to can food like she used to, and all that hard work in the summer and fall and all that stuff. And we just kind of drifted away from that. And I'm, I have some memory of it, but there's a lot of stuff I need to relearn. There just is, because we never did that. I've not done that as an adult. We've raised a garden or two along, and gathered vegetables from the garden, and had some good vegetables, some pretty decent gardens, but we never did any canning or anything like that, because we could just go to the store and buy it in the winter if we needed to see. And yeah, we're going to have to relearn a lot of that stuff. And I've been gathering a lot of good information right here online from our subscribers. Good folks on here, good folks to listen to. Calcium hydroxide and water only form fresh eggs. There you go, John. I've got the measurements and stuff that I can send you guys if you need it. Just send me an email. Amy says Walmart has powdered eggs. Annette says hello from Indiana. Hello, Annette. Good to see you. Hello, Lua. It's good to see you. Prices here are going to sky high on food and paper goods. I'm in Long Island, New York. Gene Tyson. Well, the thing about it is, I truly believe that it's going to continue to do that. I really believe with all my heart that we're going to see hyperinflation, and that we're going to see food prices continue to inch up and inch up and inch up, and they're just going to get higher and higher and higher. Anything you buy right now, I think, in the food line is an investment. Anything that you can purchase in volume and put back in your pantry or in your freezer is an investment. I think you can buy it cheaper now than you'll be able to buy it in 2021. I just do. Good evening, Tina.
What is Paulette name? Where did we go?
Huh? Let's see what that says. Excuse me just a second. Let's see what we got here.
Where did we go?
What do you mean? I don't know. Let me see. I'm not sure. I'm back. Oh, goodness. Not many people in Orange County are not prepping. Yeah, we've got a lot of people that's still not prepping. Curbside Walmart, I thought I put 124, but evidently clicked it more. They had 3 times 24 packs. You had a boatload of stuff. Oh, goodness. Nassau County, which is the next county over for me to buy paper and towels and paper towels for 6 rolls of Bounty. They wanted $27.99. Golly.
What was it?
6 rolls of Bounty, $27.99. And the thing about it is, it's going to get worse. Well, ask her if she's on the right one. Can you? We're having some trouble with one of our moderators. She's having difficulty
Well, I'm on the
getting on.
that one.
We are on and have
I sent her that link.
several others here interacting. I'm sorry I need to do this, but I need to stay in touch with her. She's wanting to get on here, and I'm just trying to guide her over there.
There's some Happy Max, and she's on here.
Yeah, there's we we're live. You all can see me, can't you? And hear me? Okay. I just want to be sure. But yeah, I think hyperinflation is going to kick in, and we already have inflation some, and prices are going up, and I think they're going to continue to go up. I don't see any let up in sight at all. Elected into Congress or the Senate, they can't change what's been done. When these kind of things happen, they have consequences, and these people have played these roles and done this stuff for so long, and now let all this take place the way it has, that you just can't turn it back. It's like trying to turn a horse back with a, oh goodness, they're not going to turn it back overnight. It's going to take time. Prices for toilet paper
can't see the comments section.
aren't that terrible here, but limit 1. We're saying good here, but not many people in Orange County, right? Hello, Happy Mac. Good to see you. Hello, Mike Puckett. I'm glad you found us, my friend.
She said she can't see the comments.
Is she using the phone? Ask her if she's on her phone to swipe to the left. I think it is. Susan said eggs don't taste very good that way. I'd rather scramble them and raw and freeze them. Are you talking about preserving them in a jar, Susan? I've not tasted them like that. I've read several articles that deal with it, that people that have used them and had said that they liked them fine. So I didn't know. I'm going to try it though, or I'm wanting to. Miss P Kitty 13, I'm glad you showed up. Good to see you. Texas Janet said in Texas, not bad on most things prices. 38 cents a can at Walmart. Laura, I don't know how your Walmart does that. Ours is 50 cents a can. And we thought that was a real good price.
Swipe to the what?
Huh? Swipe to the left, I think. Tana asked, was there any shortages on lentils? We've found lentils at the Dollar Tree and Walmart, haven't we? Both. Yeah, we've had them at both places we go to on a regular basis. Lady Casca said higher inflation. That's why I've been learning everything I can every day about gardening. Yeah, we all need to be gardening this coming year if we have a space to do that in. If we don't have much space to garden, need to try to grow things in pots. You can grow some things in pots throughout the winter. I know a lot of people, I think some people grow their seed potatoes through the winter and have them ready, for planting in the early, late spring, early summer. People that are out there buying food is to buy what you eat and store it by what you like. Don't buy things that you're not going to eat. Yeah. Don't buy things that are on sale just because they're on sale if you don't like it, because you're not going to eat it. Now, that being said, let me say this: if a person gets hungry enough, they'll eat it. I'll guarantee you, if I get hungry enough, I'll eat whatever's there available to eat. It's just that simple. There's a lot of things I don't like, but if I was hungry enough, I'd eat them.
I don't think we've ever tried lentils.
We've never cooked with lentils, but now I hear they're good in soups and things like that. I'm sure I've ate them in soups, whether I realize they're there or not. I'm sure I've ate them. And hello, Annabelle's. And hello, Pam Anderson. That is a heap of money for paper towels. I tell you, it was, whew. Rotating composter. Hot composting, but it's really cold here at 32 today. Yeah, it was 34 here today.
She said she sees the video, did both, but no comment section.
She may have to reboot her log out and log back in or something. I don't know, and try swiping her phone to both sides, either side. We were all on the other video you posted talking amongst ourselves. Tell her she may be on the wrong video.
I give her a.
Was there Miss
Give her a link.
Miss PK Kitty? I don't know a whole lot about what I'm doing here on this platform. MD, thank you for that super chat. I really appreciate it. We really do. Maybe I was supposed to go back into that scheduled live and go live off of it instead of starting another live. You reckon? I didn't know that created an actual live feed. We'll do that the next time we schedule one. We'll go in and see if we have to use that one. I don't know what I'm doing half the time. Lucky to get on YouTube, I guess. At least we got our software working on our phone again, so we don't have all that real fuzzy, snowy camera off of our computer. I went in today and updated the software on the phone for that, so that helped that. I reinstalled it. On the other, people will kill me. I'm sorry, Miss P. Kitty. Oh, goodness. Billy Bob said something about lockdowns are to continue 4 to 6 more months into 2021. Well, in Wales, I got an email from Jenny in Wales this morning that said they were going into a stage 4 lockdown, and that there was a lot of unrest over there with people because of this thing that was happening. And it's just not a real good situation over there right now.
She's on there. She just heard you talk about the lentils. She can't see the chat.
Well, I don't know. That's real odd. Maybe she'll maybe reboot her phone. If you hear me, Paulette, try rebooting your phone and logging back on again.
Maybe just logging into the actual YouTube.
Or just
not the link
yeah,
I sent.
yeah. Just go to YouTube and click on the live feed instead of the link Sandy sent you. Just go to YouTube to our channel and click on that live feed that says live. Well, there may be two saying live now. I don't know, but the one I'm talking to, I didn't.
The one I sent, it looks like you can't see live. It's
got you. Okay. Okay, yeah. Tell her they're on the phone not to do that.
She said she'd go check.
Well, there's a lot of people that Mike, there's a whole lot of people that's playing doctor in this thing. That's just not doctors, and I can't say a whole lot about that because, like I said, I had a video took down last week, taken down. They said I violated terms of service because I'd said things in that video that went against their beliefs or whatever. So I have to kind of be careful what I say and how I say it. But I agree with you.
There she is.
Huh?
There she is. So there she is.
Oh, she show up? All right.
Yeah, we can see her too.
Says we see you now, Paulette. There was just a bunch of us having fellowship at the other feed. Oh, goodness. So I didn't know that. I scheduled this so people would know that we were going to go live tonight because we don't normally do a live on Thursday night. We'll still have our Saturday night live, but we wanted to go live this evening and talk about a few things, and I wanted to schedule it so people would know we were going to be live. And when I was reading up on how to do that, nothing said that you're supposed to go back to the scheduled live and go in from there. So I just created a new live video. Apparently, I was supposed to go back to that scheduled live and go in through that. So I'll have to go in and delete it after the live tonight. If I don't, I'll have a dummy live and a live live. Maybe 2 dummy lives. I don't know. Oh, goodness.
Delete that other feed.
Yeah, I'll delete the other feed. You could probably do that from over there. I don't know. But maybe not. Might knock us off. Hello from Colorado. There's the Colorado Biker Prepper. Hello, Donnie. Hello, Frankie. Hello, Julie. Their cans, Miss P. Kitty's and Florida's cans are 46 cents a can. That's why I taught my kids how to make paper. There you go. Water glycine. That's what it's called, Happy Mac. I was trying to think of the term. Water glycine. They were good. Just got to make sure the eggs are fresh and not clean too much. Right. That's what they said in that article, that you need to use farm fresh eggs and do not wash them. Just put your eggs in the way they are. You just get them out of the nest. If they got poop all over them, so you might want to wipe that off with a cloth, but you don't want to take them in and wash them. You just put them in with all the original coating still on them, and just water glass them that way. I can't wait to see the video for saving eggs in freezer. I throw some in ice cube trays. Yolks were hard after thawing. That sounds probable to me. Got out a good video today on prisoners being released into the public. Yeah, they did that back, Northern Hobbies. They were doing that back in New York back in the spring and early summer when all this stuff started. They said they were afraid that that the prisoners where they was all housed up, they were going to get that the COVID-19. And so folks don't get all bent out of shape. I'm not saying that to show any disrespect to anybody. I'm saying that because I try not to say the original name and get in any trouble with YouTube. Let's see here. I say I really enjoy your videos and getting the intel from Kentucky. I see massive flood infiltration in 2021 as the dollar loses its value. Yes, I do too, MD hen dog. Inflation is going to continue. It just is. It just is. One to sell potatoes for me. That's Happy Mac. There you go. Whatever it takes to get them up. Annabelle's. There you go. I like that. The Lord of peace himself give you peace always, by all means. The Lord will be with you all. Amen. Isn't that good? I get a 50-pound bag of lentils for $14 at the food wholesaler. Now, the lentils, are they used mostly just for adding to soups and things like that? Is that what you use lentils for mostly? Because we've never cooked with lentils. We have some, and we thought, well, if we have to have them, we'll put them in soups or something to add to that, you know. I could get online, I guess, and figure it out. Get online and look at some YouTube channels on that. But you guys, why would I do that? I'm on YouTube, and I've got some of the most knowledgeable people on YouTube right here. So I just ask you guys. Froze there's an ice trays, but scramble them first. What's this, the crazy cryptocurrency? Buddy, that's been going on for a little while. I don't know what's going on with it either. There's just a lot of stuff going on, Happy Mac, that we don't know, buddy. It just is. Cook or soak lentils 24 hours before cooking. So they're kind of like cooking pinto beans. Cuba going to digital currency. Well, the thing about digital currency is that I think that's in the plans for the NWO. You know, I mentioned before that that there is a world agenda. I have to kind of be careful what all I say in this and how I say it, I guess. Let me say some biblical things here so it won't be misconstrued by YouTube. According to the scripture, and I believe this with all my heart, there's going to be a one world order. There will be a one world government, and there will be a head over that. And when this happens, then if you have a one world order, then you'll have a one world currency. And that currency will, in my opinion, be digital. It will be traceable. It will be one of those things that if you spend a penny, then there will be people in the know that will know about it, that want to know about it. Everything you do and spend that you have in your bank account or in your money account, whatever it is, that digital account, it'll be traceable. There will still be people who will trade for gold, silver, tools, things like that. You'll still be able to swap and trade without Big Brother knowing it. But if you spend digital currency, it'll be known because it'll be a worldwide thing, and it'll be traceable. So keep that in mind. And under this one world government, if you're a follower of Christ, you need to understand this if you don't. Under this one world government, there will be a one world religion that will be set up. And it will be, in my opinion, it will be headed by one order. And it will have a way to worship and a time to worship. And you'll follow that, or you'll get in trouble. Let me put it like that. You'll get in trouble. And for those folks who think that we're going to escape trouble, I'm sorry, we're not. The apostles didn't escape trouble. Paul didn't escape trouble. None of these people who went before us, who were great, great men of God, they didn't escape trouble, and we're not going to either. Now, that's just my understanding of the scriptures. So we need to have our hearts set on Jesus. Oh, how we need to love him. We need to love him. Anyway, that gets me off on stuff like that, and sorry about that. Let's move on. Who can't find contentment, tell her to click on live comments, click on live chat. Yep, she's here, buddy. She's fighting all these boogers on here right now. Vacuum sealer with the jar sealer on it. Karen, the Lord blessed us with that. Amazon was out of them. The ones on eBay was 4 times higher than what they normally were. And for some reason, Amazon showed that they had one in stock. So I clicked on buy, to buy it. And then when it went through and I checked out, it said this item is unavailable. But as soon as Amazon gets back in stock, they'll send you one. And I thought, oh my goodness. And it was like $24 or something. Wasn't even that much, was it? $17. Yeah, it might have been $17, something like that. And so Sandy and I said, we talked about it. I said, well, let's just leave it there and not tell them to refund our money just in case something were to come, they get restocked or something, here before too awful long. And buddy, what was it? 2 weeks? Might have been 2 weeks. Here one showed up at the door. And I thought, well, they've got restocked on them. So I went and checked, and they were still out of them. So apparently one come in, and they sent it to us. Whew, thank you, Lord. That's why I look at that. Let's see where we're at here. Fermented cabbage. That would be so good. Fermented cabbage would have to be to make your own. Mike said he ordered them separately from Amazon. Mike, do they have them back in stock now? I've not even checked. They were out when we ordered ours, and they sent them a couple of weeks afterward. Anyway, it's been a little while, so they may have got them back in. Well, you done good, Jefferson. I like that. Hello, Tammy. I'm sorry I'm a little late getting down to some of you folks. I could see you, Paulette Gomez. I'm looking right at you. They have Happy Mac. There's been a lot. Now listen, baby, there's been a lot of prepper channels been took down. So I've started uploading some of my stuff over on BitChute and Brighteon. I'm going to load some on Rumble. Those 3 platforms anyway. And LBRY. I think they call it library. LBRY.TV, I think. We've got a bunch of our stuff over there. Everything I do here automatically gets uploaded to LBRY. So if something were to happen here, all my videos will still be over there. So you need to check these other channels out, because YouTube's not the only place. It's the most popular place. I will say that, and it's the easiest place to monetize your videos. But now they're really cracking down on a bunch of people, buddy. And that video they took down of mine, I still don't. I don't get it, but I don't have to get it. It's their channel, it's their backyard, and if I don't want to play in it, they don't want me to play in it, they can just tell me to go home. That's how it is. It's theirs. They can do what they want to with it. And mentioning that, I had somebody a couple of weeks ago mention about our YouTube videos, they were complaining about the ads in it. And I, I don't want to sound hateful because I don't mean to be if I sound that way. So if this comes out that way, I apologize ahead of time because I don't mean for it to sound hateful. But that's how we make our living. And YouTube would place those videos in there whether we, or those ads in there, whether we opt in for it or not. They have come out with a new policy that even people who don't qualify for ads, YouTube's going to run ads on their page until they do qualify. They won't get paid for it until they qualify, but YouTube's going to run ads on their page anyway. So we would have ads on there regardless. And I do put that ad for our stun flashlights and stun lipstick in our videos when we upload them, because that's how we make a living. I don't mean to try to worry people with advertisement stuff, but that's just how we make a living. We have to pay our bills like everybody else, and we don't try to be intrusive with that stuff, but it's just something that we have to do. This is the way we make our living, and this is the opportunity God has given us, and we just try to do the best we can with it. So we appreciate you, and we appreciate your patience with us. So thank you very much ahead of time. So when you watch these videos, you'll know the ads are in there. Terry said, just got back from Walmart stacking food and water to the ceiling. I know it's coming. Increase just how bad? I know it's going to increase. Just how bad will it get? Pray for America and our POTUS. Well, I don't know the extent of how bad it'll get, but it's not going to be good, I don't think. I'll say that much. America Mind Bender, you'll have to delete that other feed, Charles, or it will stay up. Thanks. Thank you. I appreciate that. I will go in and delete that thing as soon as I'm done with this one. All righty. I've learned, well, you live and learn, I reckon. I learned this evening something new. Do I have an opinion on gold, silver, and Bitcoin to preserve savings from dollar deflation? If I had some gold and silver right now, I would be hanging on to it. I know the price of it's real high, and I know you could probably sell it and make a good profit on it. Gold will always be tradable, and so will silver. I don't know, but as far as knowing a lot about it, I don't. I just know if I had it right now, I'd hang on to it if it was mine. I can't understand you. I have 3/4 acre in a neighborhood left from our original family ranch. I still grow avocados, citrus, large gardening area, but water cost is so expensive. City says no to my old well. What do you mean says no to your old well? The city won't let you have a well on your property? Property you pay taxes on? The city says you can't have a well on it?
Well, I'd say a lot of places like that.
Laura said they're a little less expensive in South Carolina. MD hen dog, or do you think the best hedge against inflation is food, water, shelter, medicine, and self-defense? I do think that's one of the best hedges against inflation. Is anytime there's going to be inflation and prices are going to be rising, anytime you can do things that's going to support your family and yourself is going to be a benefit. Things like what you just said. MD, did you do another super chat? If you did, thank you very much. I see another one up there. I thought the first one disappeared. But I appreciate it if you did that very much. Thank you. But yeah, anytime I can put back things. Sandy and I right now are concentrating on the food more than anything. We have bought some other things that of course we will use if we have power outages and things like that. There's some things that we bought that wouldn't be worth a dime if the grid went down. But if we have power outages in the winter, If we have storms and have power outages, things like that happen, we do have some things that would benefit us through stuff like that. And you have to take that into consideration also, not just a grid outage or something like that. But when we get into the winter like this, and you can have snowstorms or any kind of storm and have your power go out. Ice storms just take lines down like crazy. So yeah, it's good to prepare those things and have them on hand. And I think those are just, I think those are some of the best things that you can spend your money on as investments.
Did you see the super chat?
Especially in today's society. I did. And I thanked him for it. Again, I did. I've not got down to it, but let me get down here to that super chat. I'm still above it, so let me get down here to it. Well, let me just click it right here, I think. Can I not just click it and it come up? Yeah, there it is. If a friendly and reasonable guy like Charles is being restricted by YouTube, then our First Amendment rights are truly threatened. Well, thank you, MD. I appreciate that. And they are. They really are. They have been for a long time. Not just me, but a lot of people. There's a lot of really good folks that's been removed from this platform. That just good people not saying anything wrong. Just done done like you said, the First Amendment, having the right of free speech, and they've been took down because of it. But if that were to happen, you'll find me on those other platforms because I'm not going to quit. I'll still be doing stuff over there on those platforms. Let's see. Well, I see several people talking about lentils here. Somebody said they eat lentils just cooked in chicken broth with garlic powder, salt and pepper. I ate them like beans, not as a soup. It's very simple and quick to make. So you don't, that's Robbie Miller. Robbie, you don't soak your lentils? And then Texas Janet says she boils her lentils, and after they are cooked, fry them in with ground meat. 1/2 to half. The lentils take on the taste of the beef. I never soak my lentils, just wash them and boil until soft. Okay. Well, I bet that would be good mixed in with meat, because it would, if it takes on the taste of the meat, then that's, golly, how far could you make ground beef and stuff like that go with that? I reckon so. Add lentils to soup, curries with rice dishes. They cook faster than beans. Means less fuel used. Yep. Thank you, Pam. Appreciate that. Thank you, Texas Janet and Robbie. Great advice on lentils. Substitute or extend any protein, said Jefferson Martial Arts. Lentil burgers sound good. Yeah, Miss P. Kitty, I think that would be pretty good. It did sound good. On lentils too, Mike Puckett. Yep. We didn't stock up on lentils. We bought just a handful of bags because we had seen people talking about them and saying how versatile and how good they were. And we thought, well, we'll buy them up and figure out how to use them. Tammy said she never soaks hers ever, and they're done in 45 minutes. Heaven forbid the convicted inmates have their rights violated. This really, while families are hungry and potentially going to be homeless, these thugs have food, heat, and TV. I'm not going to. Yeah, I'll just leave that unsaid. Let me just give you my look, what I think about that. There we go. I've made shepherd's pie with lentils, very tasty. That was to Heidi's comment, and I'm not saying that at you, Heidi. I'm saying it at what you're saying. I'm agreeing with you. Tana said, let's see, it was to Happy Mac. Let's see, Happy Mac said, I think Denmark is pretty much cashless now. The government knows everything about your finances. Yeah. That's the goal. Happy Mac is it's not just for Denmark. See, here's what we gotta look at in this is when you see these other countries doing things, just like these lockdowns and all this stuff, it'll happen in one country, and then a month later it'll happen in another country, and then a month later it'll happen in another country. And in my opinion, they're comparing notes. All these people are comparing notes. A lot of this stuff that's going on is just got to keep your eyes open. Got to keep your eyes open. I need to create a chat room, I guess, on my website to where we could keep in touch with each other if something happened to YouTube. I think I can do that. It might take me a few days to do something like that. Would you folks be interested in something like that if I created a chat room on my website where we could talk about prepping and things like that outside of this platform if we wanted to, and kind of share our knowledge of things that we know and could be more free, speak more freely about what we know? If you would, just let us know right here in the comments. We can do that too if we need to. It takes a lot of work to do it, so I'd need some people committed to doing that. If you decided to do it, won't be able to buy or sell without Mark. They will be able to just turn you off. Well, there's certificates being made right now in certain countries. And the airlines are already saying that you're going to have certificates to fly the friendly skies, saying that you've had your poke in the arm. And this is not just going to be done in one country. And, the president said that this was not going to be a mandatory thing, that people could do it if they wanted to, and if they didn't have to. And that's real good. And that's what they told the people down in Australia. You all don't have to take the poke if you don't want to, but if you don't, then there will be restrictions put on you. Really? What kind of restrictions are we talking about? Restrict us in how much food we could buy, how much gasoline we could buy at the gas station? Who knows what the restrictions will be? It won't have to be mandatory. No, don't have to be. That's why it's important to be stocking up your pantries. Be putting gas back, or be putting whatever fuel back is that you use. If you use diesel for things for your garden and things like that, if you can afford to put some back, by all means do that. Because if it comes down to this, and you have to have a certificate saying that you've had your poke in the arm to buy and trade and sell, and you're like me and my wife, you're not going to have a certificate, then you need to have this stuff put back. Okay, so keep that in mind. And again, I'm not trying to tell you what to do when it comes to the poke in the arm. That's your business. If you want to do that, you do it. We're just not. We don't think that stuff's intended to be in our bodies. That's our belief. That's just us. And we're not going to go that route. If you want to go that route, that's your business. We've got family that can't wait till the poke in the arm gets available so they can take it. That's their business. That's just how it is. Lily Ramsey said, yes, the one government. Yep, it is. Well, you're welcome, Annabelle's. That's the most important part of prepping, is knowing Jesus. Well, you can't do any greater prepping than finding the Lord Jesus Christ, to have a relationship with God through Him. That's the greatest prepping you'll ever do. Let's see. Happy Mac said that's about all she puts in her soups, lentils. We're going to have to try that. Costco, Walmart, Mandar's lentils pouches. You just throw in the microwave, tasting easy. I'd say it is. Urban Aligned, 1 ounce by weight of pickling lime, calcium hydroxide to 1 quart of water for preserving eggs. Thank you, Urban Align. We appreciate that. Amy C. says it's coming. We need to trust Jesus. That's very true. Colorado Bike Prepper says there's several types of lentils: pink, yellow, brown, green, and gray. Each has its own different flavors and characteristics. My favorite are the pink and yellow. I didn't know that. The only ones we've seen in our grocery stores were they're kind of like a gray with a brown stripe, maybe. Is that what they look like? Kind of brownish gray or something? Yeah, I don't really know. Lily said, pray for the government. Southern California ICU capacity dropped to 0 today. No. Diana, by the beach, they had 0 in their ICU. Oh, the ICU capacity dropped to 0 today. Meaning they're full. Is that what you're saying? And Lady Casca said, I have red lentils. I'm dehydrating all kinds of stuff. Milk celery, going to try scrambled eggs and see. Hello, Vidra. I think that's how you pronounce that. 8 different common types of lentils. My jar vacuum sealers on Amazon, back order for the 24, and I was surprised when it arrived. That's kind of the way we was, Happy Mac. We were just kind of, it just took us by surprise, you know. Have a lot of salt and white vinegar for preserving and pickling, more than you think you need. Yeah, you know, I was studying about that, but I had never really let it register. When I looked at the salt in our pantry, we need more salt than just what we think we're going to need to salt our beans with when we eat, because we need that stuff for preserving. You're right. 100% right. What a great example right here of our community, people that do this stuff and have lived this life and know these things. So thank you, Happy Mac. We appreciate that. Salt and white vinegar get extra beyond what you're going to need to eat and cook and clean with. Pinterest has a wonderful Mexican way to cook lentils. You can find a lot of recipes on Pinterest. Goat Gal 7 got her jar sealer on Amazon. Tubman does not fit my vacuum sealer like the one Charles has. Now mine fits, yeah. I ordered my jar sealer from the food store. Goat Gal, you can purchase those handheld brake bleeders, and it might fit that. Now that would be a harder job to do if you had several jars to vacuum, but if you was only doing 2 or 3 at a time, or a half dozen at a time, that brake sealer, that brake bleeder might work. So take your sealer or take your hose with you to the auto parts place and have them match it up. Food server website. I had to keep checking every day until the combo pack was in stock. Best value. Yeah, that would be a good value if you can buy the combo pack. Hello, Canadian Cabin Girl from Charles and Sandy.
Hello, Cabin Girl. I'm sure
LBRY is kind of slow. Rumble seems to be better. Smart girl from New York City. Yeah, if you can find Thanksgiving stuff left over, it'll be discounted, I'm sure. Important tip, do not use iodized salt for food preservation, pickling, and brining. And Happy Mac said she'd been keeping back a little silver in case she can't afford gold. We can't either. Lady Casca says she gets salt every time she goes to the store. We need to start picking that up too. Thank you, Paulette. We appreciate that. We're at 84 people in the room, and we've got 63 likes. We're about 20 behind. Yeah. Happy says she's poking the button. Kosher or pickling salt. Iodize makes it all cloudy. Okay, so we need to be picking up kosher or pickling salt when we go to the store to put back for preserving. All right. It is going to get worse, Miss Kitty. A nasty flavor. Iodize gives it a nasty flavor and changes the texture over long term as well. How about that? Annabelle, you're correct. We do need to continue to pray daily. Use your Walmart app to scan clearance items and grocery and other items to see the actual price before you check out. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know Walmart had an app you could scan with. I'm assuming that's in the app store, Paulette. I am. I can't help it. And this thing right here, it's down to the bottom. My bar's down to the bottom, and when it touches the bottom, it's going to jump, and I'm going to lose everybody's chat again. I'm trying to keep up, and it's just hard to do. Thank you, Miss Kitty. I appreciate that. I do try to give sources. The one that they took down, everything I said had a website linked to it. Everything I said had a source to it. Even these people right here even backed up what I said. Those people right there, they even backed up what I said. And it still got took down. So I got it off of the bulk of the information came from.
We started
Buffering?
buffering, so
Well, we've not been on long enough to start buffering.
about an hour.
Yeah, but it's not supposed to be buffering. If anybody on here, if anybody in here is real techie and knows how to prevent the buffering after an hour, I would appreciate it if you'd send me an email it's in the description box below. Send me an email and help me figure out how to stop the buffering. Because I see people get on here and they're on live feed for 2 or 3 hours sometimes, and they don't buffer. So I don't understand it. We start buffering after about an hour. I don't know if it's because we're not plugged in, hardwired to the router, and we're doing this wireless. I don't know. I hear a lot of different things. Apple cider vinegar from apple peels. Let's see. Okay, I've lost everybody's feed that I was talking to. This thing's jumped a mile down through here. I don't know if I'll be able to find it or not.
Buffers when keywords is said.
Huh?
Somebody said it was. Robbie says it is buffering when after you held the sign up. I think it buffered though a little bit before that.
Okay. People have been sending me recipes to the email below. Some easy pantry recipes, and
Miss Kitty.
And I had quit reminding people to do that. So if you want to continue to do that, you can, and I'll continue to share them on our website.
Miss Kitty said that's probably your internet company.
Well, now we have fiber optic.
Buffering your usage.
Yeah, we have fiber optic internet, so I don't know. We've got the highest speed available here. And it could be. I guess I need to call them and see if they limit or throttle that at a certain amount.
And
they do have a business. See, we don't have the business package. We've got the highest package available to residential. It's supposed to be the fastest speed available to residential. It's fiber optic. It's extremely fast internet. But now they still might be throttling how much usage we can use it, in a set amount of time. I don't know. I'll find out tomorrow, though. If we are, we're going to have a talk with them. Backroads Living. What's the nearest major city you live near? Check for the local restaurant food wholesale to save some serious dollars on food. Yeah, I don't know what you're calling a major city. I guess London, Kentucky. And then after that, it would be
Lexington,
Richmond,
maybe.
and then after that, it would be Lexington, Kentucky. That's the really the biggest major, and then south it would be Knoxville, Tennessee. We're kind of in the middle of that between the two, a couple of hour drive to either one. The Walmart app can do anything like signs of the grocery items you're looking for on which aisle and tell you where it's at, scanning produce to see if that's the correct price, if in wrong place. I didn't know that. We're going to have to find that. Computer could be overheating. Well, I guess that's possible. It don't feel hot. And I know you're saying the card. I'm just acting crazy. I couldn't pass that one up. Sorry. That's my...
Dr. Prepper said it's not just your internet, it's the amount of people using your internet in your local area that determines bandwidth.
Well, we're supposed to, like I said, we're supposed to be on that fiber optic. And from what they told us when we got that shouldn't affect us how many people's on it. But I'll find, like I said, I'll find out tomorrow if it is. Try to answer these questions where people has tagged me. Catherine's, Tennessee, difficult Tennessee. I've got my family there. No, not difficult Tennessee, but now I've heard of Catherine's, Tennessee. I don't know exactly where it is, but I have heard of it.
Heard what?
Catherine's, Tennessee. Gordon Food Store. For restaurants, you don't need a membership. First power stayed on for all day, first time in a week. Internet's a luxury when it works consistently. Wow. Hey, Mike Puckett, good night, my friend. Sleep well. Oh, everybody's saying good night to Texas Janet. Sorry, night. Got to go, folks. I'll have a good night. Good night, Texas Janet. Rest well. Richmond would be the best probably for restaurant supply. You may need to set up an account with them. You can do a warehouse will call order and go pick it up. That sounds interesting. Happy Mac's back. You're not supposed to run off like that. Down the road, MD, Hen Dog, thank you. And Betty, listen, we appreciate those super chats tonight. You have a wonderful evening. Try using Wise Care 255 to clean your PC. I'll have to write that down. Wise Care 255. I don't have a pen right here. I'll have one in a minute. Wise Care 255. I'll check that out. I've downloaded some programs on it too for editing and things like that. I've downloaded, it's called Filmora X, Filmora 10. They make that in a free version or a paid version. I also downloaded a program called Streamlabs OBS. That's for I use it for
365.
I use that for recording my videos, and it's free also. What is it, honey?
Did you put 365?
255.
365.
Wisecam 365. Okay. Well, I'd have to get it and yeah, okay. I see. Yeah, Wisecare 365, and I put 255. 365. Goodness gracious. Blind as a bat and deaf as a doorknob. Yeah, we missed you, Happy Mac. I don't know where you's at. Mike Puckett's not going anywhere. I had everybody thinking he was leaving the room. Oh, goodness. Sorry about that, Happy Mac. Oh, goodness. People have too much fun. Happy Mac had to get off the phone and talk to Mom. Yeah, we need to talk to her mom when we can. Let's see if anybody else asked me a question I missed right here real quick. Annabelle's. Oh my gosh, Annabelle's. You didn't have to do that, but thank you. It's very much appreciated. Man, that sure helps buy groceries, I'm telling you. Knoxville has a bulk buy. Oh, good. Colorado Prepper trying Gordon Food Service. Lexington. Do you have a specific ratio that works best for you? I buy green apples and maybe Honey Crisp. Not sure it can get apples without the wax coating. Good night, all. Good night, Laura. It's good for you to stop in. You have a blessed evening and rest well. That was very kind of you, Annabelle. Creation Gardens, New Circle Road, Lexington. We need to have Barbara check on that.
Wow.
That Gordon Foods up there. Sandy's got a sister that lives in Georgetown, Kentucky, so she would have access to that fairly easy. And good night, Nancy. You have a good night also. I think we're going to just about call it a night also. And I want to say thank you to our moderators, to Happy Mac and Paulette. You guys are the best. Thank you all so much. Man, what a help it is not to have to sit and try to watch every single thing that comes in. You guys take care of us. Sandy and I appreciate you. We really do. So everybody, we're going to sneak out of here and call it an evening. But remember that there's things coming down the road. Now, they just are. We're not going to be able to avoid this stuff. There's going to be things happen. To what extent and how fast, I don't know. I have a feeling there's some things that could just about happen overnight. And some things may take a little longer. But regardless of what takes place or how it happens, we need to continue to prep. We need to continue to put food back. When I've read those stories about those people in Venezuela and how that government took over that country and how those people ended up being with, those people ended up with partial electricity. Sometimes they had it, sometimes they didn't. Sometimes they had water, sometimes they didn't. And their food was rationed. And it was just a horrible, horrible situation for those people. So keep those kind of things in mind that we don't know. See, we don't know what people have in mind for us, the people who are in control. And we have to do what we can to protect ourselves and our families. And I mean that in every way, not just putting back food, but I mean protecting our families. So keep that in mind. We pray for you. We don't know what's going to take place the first of the year after this inauguration. We don't have a clue. Don't know what's going to happen between now and then. We still don't know what's going to take place now. So description box below to Amazon, if there's stuff there that you need, if you can get it locally from local people, go ahead and buy it from them. If you can't, you use our links. We get a few pennies from it. We've still got our our stun weapons. I'm trying to think how to say it and not get in trouble. We've got about 4 of those lipsticks left. I think so. We've got left of them. We've sold all of them but 4, and we've got several of the flashlights left. So if you want to check them out, they're over at backroadslivingfinds.com. You can find a link to that in the description box below also. So everybody have a wonderful night, and may the Lord bless and keep you. If you don't know the Lord Jesus Christ, I pray you seek him before it's eternally too late. So God bless you all. And until then, we'll see you in the next video. Miss PK Kitty said super electric flashlights. Call them super electric. We never did get up to 100.